So that's all I can say is welcome to the new show, Roof Maxx of Titusville.
Yep, looking forward to hearing from you.
And when we bring Rick on, Rick talks a lot. So you'll be able to ask him a million questions.
And he
you
knows
know he
his
does,
stuff.
right?
Yep,
yeah,
he
he
knows
knows
his
it. And he's a great guy, and we'll have some fun.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. So let the games begin. Don't say we did more. Don't tell me I did. Oh, I can't even get it off of. That's why I shaved. That's why I shaved today, because you guys told me to shut up. So I ain't gonna say nothing today.
Well, welcome to the
Oh
show.
yeah. Good luck with that.
So it's your turn to introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do here.
My name is Rick Sarmiento. I'm the sales manager. So obviously John here is the owner. Sean is the director of operations. And we'll go out and I'll assess your roof. I'll talk to you on the phone. I'll pre-qualify you. I'll go out to the home, inspect the roof, take a bunch of photos, videos, send that to you in an email within 24 hours of the complimentary roof inspection. And then we go from there. So that's pretty much the tip.
There you go. It's perfect.
Well, let me explain something real quick. We're about 55 minutes late to come to the show. When we do our show here, and we've done shows for a long time, Cycle Fever TV for a long time, 15 years. When you don't do a show for a while, stuff happens, and it's live. And we like doing our shows live because we have fun, right? Because you never know what the heck's going to happen. Well, today it wasn't fun because we had a lot of stuff go on with the TriCaster, with the NDI, with the USB, the cameras. Yeah, you do have to bring cameras most of the time when you shoot a show.
Yeah.
And
that one's up. Not
so,
gonna lie.
hey, but we're on a phone.
In all fairness, I did forget the cameras because John had me come out here at the crack of dawn this morning because we went out and canvassed and hit some HOAs. And when I got to get up in the morning, I can't think that well. So what I did is I forgot the cameras.
Yeah, but now we're even having more problems. Now what happened?
Well, he's getting feedback. So now that's I redeemed myself a little bit because that's my phone that's working.
So so the phone is live because the feed is dead then, right now.
Well, there was feedback going back to our guy John over there with the audio from the TV was sending back reverbing on him. So that's that.
But is that what
No,
right now?
No, he can see us fine. Yep,
Okay,
he sees us fine.
Oh, so all right. So now we don't even have that.
Yeah, our TV's gone, so we can see what we're doing.
Let's see. Our TV was giving us a problem. The USB gave us a problem. The NDI gave us a problem.
And I talk too much.
And yeah, he didn't bring. And Rick,
hey, don't make us do it, man.
No,
do not make us do it.
Okay, let's go. So this is show one. We had a zero show just to kind of tell you we're coming. But this is show number one for Roof Maxx Titusville. And what we planned on this show was this one was going to be about the product, about what Roof Maxx and how it started and everything. Our future shows, we're going to be doing like business to business with HOAs, about homeowners and stuff who've had it done. And we're going to bring in people from all over the country because there's 350 Roof Maxx dealers around the country. Right. So that's the plan for the shows in the future.
Because we're not just going to cover Roof Maxx. We're going to cover all sorts of things that happen from roofs. And again, as we said the last time we were on, and Rick knows as well, what we do here in Florida is different than what they do up north.
Yeah.
Or in the Midwest and so on and so forth. So IT, who handles all this stuff for us, he says he's got it figured out. I mean, we're going to be able to pipe guests in and talk to them, and so we'll talk to. Hopefully, we'll get the owner of the company in. Yeah, so we're excited about all that. But we're going to take in, and you could send in questions.
Exactly.
And then we'll, if you don't have it, we'll get it for you.
We want questions, we want comments, we want likes, we want shares, because it helps, obviously expand the reach. And we also want you to send us photos of your roof. You can either put them in the comments, or you can send them in a Facebook message or in an email. We want to see your roof, the condition of it, and we're going to talk about some type of a contest or a free roof shampoo and a free Roof Maxx unit, but that's down the road.
So let's go to our first clip. And now, normally our clips, when we bring them in, they'll be a minute, 2 minute videos, and then we'll talk about it, and that's what we normally do. today is going to be a little different because we have to kind of give you the history of the company, of Roof Maxx itself. So we're going to go to Mike and Todd Fiesel and do the history of Roof Maxx.
They're the owners.
They
of
are
Roof Maxx overall, and then we are a
dealership.
So
We're a dealership. So go ahead, roll it, John.
You got bad.
Todd and I got in the roofing business. You know, my brother Todd actually went, as he was going to college, he was working with a friend of the family, and that's how he paid his way through college. I only did it for about 6 months. I was literally tearing off shingles, carrying bundles up and down the ladder, cleaning up the trash. Not a lot of fun. So I decided very early on that roofing probably wasn't for me. And then a couple years went by. I was helping my stepfather build some spec houses. I ended up putting the roof on one of those homes, literally just flipping over the bundle and the directions are right there. That's how I put my first roof on. I ended up getting a job with MI Homes. I borrowed my father's ladder, put on top of my Honda Civic hatchback, and that's kind of how Fiesel Roofing was born. So that was in 1988. Within the first year, my brother came back. Todd came back, was out of state, quit his job, came back to work with me full time and build the company. So we've been partners for over 30 years. Quickly realized new construction wasn't the direction we wanted to go. Started doing more on the remodeling side, replacing homeowners' roofs, and continued to grow the business from there. But about 3.5, 4 years in, we had grown the company to a point where I realized being at the size we were was really tough. We needed to either grow the company more or go back to being smaller. We were really kind of at the top of our glass ceiling, if you will. And then just from there, continue to grow the company over the next 25 years and really build it into a successful local brand that had a household name. And I think just heart, you know, not wanting to give up. And I would have to give a lot of that to my brother. In the early years, many times I wanted to throw in the towel. My brother just grinds it out. He's one of those guys, just won't ever give up. And he gets that from my father. The industry had changed so dramatically from 1988 to 2013. The market started to change to the point where in the early years of Fiesel Roofing, almost 100% of roofing contractors did roofing repairs. And they should. That's part of servicing customers. Today, in 2020, 70% of roofing contractors don't do repairs. They don't tell the customer that. They want to use that as a way to come out to the home and then try to convince you to buy a new roof, even if your roof doesn't need replaced for another 5 or 6 years. All while that was happening, the roofing manufacturers started to repackage their product. And what was called a 25 became called they changed it to a 30, and then to a 40, then to a 50, and many of the manufacturers today call it a lifetime product that weighs 1/3 less than the old 30-year product back in the 80s and early 90s. So now the consumers, in my opinion, is getting ripped off. They think they're buying one thing and they're really getting another. These roofs are failing in 10, 15, 20 years. So we started to see staining happening at 10 and 15 years. And then you started seeing it happen at 7 and 8 years. Today we see roofs in neighborhoods that were built 3 and 4 years ago starting to get streaks, which is an indication of even less asphalt and more crushed limestone. So the industry's only gotten worse, not better. The average roofing contractor doesn't care about a repair. He wants to replace a roof, so he's going to push replacement. I would say that there's twice as much product being roughly manufactured today than there should be, which means there's twice as much money being wasted, twice as much natural resources being wasted. Landfills are filling up twice as quick with construction debris. I wasn't happy to wake up every day and go to work. I didn't feel good about what we were doing. I didn't feel good about the industry. And 25 years is a long time to do anything. And that's, those are part of the reasons. There's a number of reasons, but that's part of the reason that we wanted out of the industry. We didn't feel good about it. It had gone from bad to worse. And so it just didn't make sense anymore. We wanted out. Ultimately, we had the opportunity to sell the company. We took that opportunity. We were excited to take that opportunity. didn't know I would jump back in the roofing business. Then we started getting this whole idea of how can we extend the life of roofs. And we had talked about that back when we owned Fiesel Roofing. What we were missing was the ability to increase the life of the asphalt shingle. And that's kind of how Roof Maxx was born and all of that happened. We partner with the Soybean Council, and then Ohio State University has been involved with a lot of the testing of the technology. So some really world-class partners we've brought together. I don't believe that Mike and Todd Fiesel, two roofers from Columbus, Ohio, would have figured this out on their own. But collectively, with our understanding of roofing and their understanding of bio-based technologies, it was a really perfect marriage. Roof Maxx made sense because it's an all-natural product. It penetrates down to the shingles, and it just restores the oils. Overspray isn't an issue. It's down in the shingles within 30 minutes. It's much more cost-effective to do it. The labor force can be very unskilled. It's very easy to train somebody to apply Roof Maxx. The product does the work. It's really not. You don't need quality labor to install Roof Maxx. You really need highly skilled labor to install a quality roof system. So the dynamic is much different. The great thing about Roof Maxx is that it's a repetitive process. We can retreat over and over again, especially if we catch it in the early years. The effects on that are amazing. It's obviously keeping money in people's pockets. It's keeping raw materials in the ground longer, natural resources. And it's keeping debris out of landfills. So, it's really a full circle thing. It's kind of closing the loop. So it's a positive thing for everyone. Bringing Roof Maxx into the market is such a different experience than the roof replacement business. It's completely 180. So 180 doing Roof Maxx because I feel that we're really impacting people's lives in a big way, whether it be our dealers. So we're giving them opportunity, but more so what we're doing for the consumer, and then therefore the planet. I feel now that we're really doing things that are positive, it's not a business just about profit. There's also a social aspect to it, and that's becoming more and more common with a lot of businesses today. So yeah, I couldn't be more excited. It's been very, very amazing, and it's really opened my eyes to a lot of things. So yeah, been wonderful. And we thought it would just be something at a local level, and then maybe it would go statewide. And then as it took off more and more and took on a life of itself, of course, it's turned into one of the fastest growing business opportunities in history. We certainly couldn't have done what we've done without our past experience, but without our current base of people. So we just have an amazing network of people. It's just incredible. So everything we learned set us up to understand the opportunity that Roof Maxx is today. So it's been an amazing ride. Love it. So, yeah, excited to get up every day and go to work.
Back.
All right, we're back.
We're back. So that is Mike and Todd's, the history of Roof Maxx. Okay.
Started out in the roofing industry, right?
Yep. And he saw the waste going on. He saw the abuse of, just keep replacing roofs, and wanted a way to try to help, because he saw some shingles that could rejuvenate. And we started the restoration, and that's what they did. And you had the lab test done. They did the test in Ohio. They did the research in Ohio, but the test was done at
Battelle Labs, Batel. And if you want to Google it, you'll be impressed at the scientific advances of this group.
And Battelle's the largest
Independent
in the world, right? For testing. So it's the real deal. It does unbelievable what it does to your shingles to rejuvenate it and restore it. It's great.
Right, because for those of you out there that may not know, asphalt has petroleum oils. And that's why you look at the roadways and your driveways or walkways, you've got cracks and you've got pitting and you've got potholes. Well, asphalt shingles have petroleum oil. And 7 years is a sweet spot when they begin to dry out. Imagine 7 years on the roof. I don't know about you guys, but John and I used to be roofers.
Yeah,
we used to spend
up doing it.
days on the roof. So imagine the roof 365 days. Heat, humidity, rain, sleet, hail. the frost that we had a couple of days,
Yeah.
how the shingles are, contracting and expanding in the heat, all that affects 7 years. And then boom, the petroleum oils begin to dry out.
Yep.
You're going to notice granules in the gutters or down on the ground. And our product is a 100% biodegradable soy-based oil that rejuvenates and replenishes the shingles, so it's safe. Pets, landscaping, all that, and boom.
Safe for the planet, the environment, and it's I think David Levy might be the one that I heard say this, and it's a great analogy. It's like putting moisturizer on, right? It brings your skin back. Just the same thing, dried skin, stuff like that. That's what it does. Now the roof has to qualify, right? So maybe some of the same.
And that's the purpose of when we go out there. So what happens is when you make the phone call for an inquiry, we're going to have either myself, John, Sean, or Vivian, or an intake person will take your information. First thing I'll do is I'll text you and let you know. Expect a phone call. My name is Rick. Expect a phone call within the next 5 minutes from this number, because who answers unrecognized
Nobody.
numbers?
I get them all day long.
Exactly.
I don't even
They don't
answer his
do it.
number. Yeah, and I know him.
So I send a text. Within 5 minutes, I call you back. And what I'm doing is I'm going to ask you, tell me your concerns. You called us for a reason. And then once I get that information, I'll pre-qualify you. Now, we talked about pre-qualifying your roof. It's got to be asphalt shingles, not tile, not slate. This is for Roof Maxx treatment. When it comes to Roof Maxx roof shampoo, that's different. We can do slate and tile. But asphalt shingles, we'll go ahead and qualify it. You have to have at least 70% granules remaining on the roof. It's going to be dry. It's not going to be flexible. It can crack. There's a lot of things, but we go up here and qualify it, and then we'll talk numbers.
So the roof rejuvenation and restoration, well, like you talked about, we go out and we do a tune-up on it. Because it isn't just for shingles. You got to do around the chimneys. You got it like nails backing out. So we do all that first.
Correct.
Blow up the roof, get all the loose granules that are sitting there, and then we apply the application.
It's a
But
process.
we're also going to tell you, when I used to carry a square, that was a big thing for my family. They love when I show up.
On your shoulder.
Get a 3 bundles,
Walk up the ladder.
up 2 rungs, because back in my day there was no power ladder. I was the power ladder. But long story short, John, let's go to the shingle video and play that clip real quick.
Showing
will
the
you?
difference, right, between before and now.
Yeah,
Right?
we're going to talk about it.
Are you thinking about a new roof? Listen to this first.
You
Here's
gotta
something
play
that might surprise you about today's roofing materials. These are both stacks of 65 shingles, same number of shingles in each. But look at the difference. This stack is 12 years old. This one is brand new. Same number of shingles, but so much smaller today. Why? Because the most important ingredient, asphalt, has been reduced in modern shingles. Less asphalt means less oil, and less oil means roofs don't last as long as they used to. That's why we created Roof Maxx, to restore the oil and flexibility your roof has lost. You see, the roof on your home may be better than the one you're thinking about buying. Before you sign your hard-earned dollars away for a new roof, get in touch with your local Roof Maxx dealer for a free assessment.
All right, so did you check that out, how back in the day, and not too long ago, how thicker the shingles were?
Right.
Same 65 shingles
Yeah.
to today. You have you can show it right here.
Right. What
You know?
happened was, in my neighborhood, as I was heading here to the shop yesterday, I noticed that a roof was being replaced. So I did some dumpster diving, and I grabbed the shingle. I ended up speaking with the homeowner. This shingle, when I inspected and reviewed it, still has about 95% of its granules. This roof is 15 years old. Now, it does have, for example, you see this? It's no longer adhering, and the flexibility is pretty bad. It'll snap in half. But what will happen is, this roof really did not have to be replaced. The
No.
insurance company told the homeowner the roof is 15 years old. It needs to be replaced solely based on the age. What we do is our treatment provides you with a 5-year warranty extending the life of your roof. Therefore, effective July, if the Florida legislature passes it, that law will prevent insurance companies from forcing you to replace the roof solely based on age. But that roof did not have to be replaced. $22,500. You could treat it for $6,000. Could save the client $24,500.
Yeah, so it's FE 808, right?
Yep,
in
that's
the
the
Senate
law.
bill right now.
Yep.
And so basically, like you said, it's gonna be it'll be inspected, and it's on deterioration,
Correct.
as opposed to age.
Age has nothing to do with it, because we do see roofs at 10 years that 8 to 10 need roof restoration.
Right.
Roof Maxx now.
That's why
Because
7 years is the sweet spot.
You can extend it, and so we can actually apply it 3 times. We can actually extend it 15 years.
Correct.
If you start early. So this way you don't get hail damage and stuff like that. And you have the flexibility. 5 years, we re-inspect it, make sure you still have less than 30% granule loss, and then reapply it. And it can go another. Just everybody out there, I know money, money's tight. Money is tight. Some people, if you can get 5 more years and then another, that's a big deal.
Absolutely.
That's a big savings. Never mind, we're talking homeowners. Now you go into HOAs where they have clubhouses, they have different things, or apartments, or where they can spend money and go redo kitchens and all the units instead of putting it on the roof. Right. But it's amazing what it does,
Right.
and how much money you could save.
This particular case, we could have saved the client $24,500. We inspected an HOA of townhomes, 26 buildings.
26.
That was a trip. That's when I had
Yeah,
my,
yeah,
I
you were a
had my
trooper,
kicks
man.
down, and I'm on all fours, almost dry heaving. But I went.
We're here though.
Inspected. There's 26 buildings. Insurance company said it's 15 years. You need to replace the roof based on age. We inspected it to replace the unit roofs, all the roofs, $1.25 million. Guess how much our treatment price was? Just under $245,000.
So
We're talking $1 million in savings. Go ahead.
yeah, so we're waiting for this bill is going to be huge to help, because some insurance are 15 years and some already are doing the where
Based on
it's based
deterioration.
on what the the shingle and
The shape of
what life it has
Right,
left.
right. Estimated economic life on the shingles is what the actual verbiage.
And here's the other thing. The HOA actually wanted us. They wanted to use our treatment. But the insurance company said
Nope.
No.
15 years.
That
and
law hasn't passed yet, so
so they're gonna have to fork out quite a bit out of pocket. So yeah. So it's sad. But once this passes, that'll help greatly, because you have to have it inspected, and then they'll base it off of that.
The other thing is, we give you call us, you get a free roof inspection.
Yep.
Whoever goes up there, they have company cam. We take pictures of all different things on your roof, and it's not just shingle. It's nails popping out. It's your gutters. It's your boots around your
Yep.
pipes. It's all different things. So we give a free roof inspection. So if you need us to come, give us a call. We'll come. We'll take pictures. We give you a free roof inspection. We'll tell you if you qualify for Roof Maxx, and then we give you a price. And then you're on your own.
Yeah.
It's just, put it this way: this product right here, Roof Maxx, over the next 10 years is just exploding throughout, especially in the state of Florida, because our shingles dry out because we're hot.
right.
Yep.
Not
Heat,
tonight.
humidity.
But we're
Yeah,
hot.
it doesn't look like it tonight, but trust us.
So let's go to another video, right?
Yeah, let's say don't take our word for it. Take a home
Yeah.
inspector's word
Yeah,
for it,
because
right?
we got a home inspector. You're going to love this clip. John, roll Jerry's clip.
I've been doing home inspections since 1994. I've got a home inspection firm with 10 plus inspectors, and we do about 4,000 inspections a year. Typically what we see in the older roofs is the cracking, curling, staining in roofs, missing shingle grit. As the shingle ages, it starts to break down, and it's not as efficient. The shingles themselves get brittle and get thin, which is going to cause roof leaks. It's a big issue with the sellers looking to sell their home, because when we do a home inspection for a buyer, obviously the buyer, is going to ask for the roof to be replaced if it's nearing its end of life. We see a lot of companies out there that do cleaning and types of things, but the products out there, you have to be careful what's in it because a lot of them will actually dry out the shingle. So when I first heard about the Roof Maxx product and did some research myself on it and found out that they were involved with the largest and probably one of the most well-respected research and development companies in the world, I was hooked on it. We actually had them come out and do my own personal house and 3 others in my neighborhood. I watched the whole application process and it took about 20-30 minutes. It also made my roof look newer. So it kind of brought back the actual color from when it was installed. The cost difference from roof replacement to the Roof Maxx product is just a fraction of the cost. That was an advantage for us. And even though my house is only 8 years old, I've got plenty of life left, but I'm going to keep reapplying this product for every 5 years because it's going to just last to the longevity of my roof. We would recommend our clients use the Roof Maxx product. There's no question. It's the only product that we know out there that is an actual alternative to a roof replacement for a house that's got less than 5 years age left on the roof.
We're back.
So we're playing musical chairs here, Rick. No, so we can show the shingles. That's why that I'm not tall enough to see over
So
the Roof Maxx sign.
So there you go. There's an inspector that's out there. He saw the product. He fell in love with it because it works, and now he recommends it. To everybody inspects that qualifies.
Yep.
Then they call Roof Maxx. They come out there, and it's great. It'll save you money, and it. Listen, hey,
he saw how well it worked. He had it applied to his own roof, so it doesn't get much better than that.
Guys, look, it's common sense. John and I were both in the roofing business. I was the project manager for several construction companies, and we were doing 5-6 roofs a day. And I didn't know about this product, but if somebody would have told me 5 years ago when I was replacing roofs, oh, we can spray it, I'd be like, what kind of a scam is this? John got involved, started sending information. The more knowledge I gained, I was like, wow, this is incredible. And we made the switch. I left the roofing business when it came to replacing roofs. And here we are, Roof Maxx of Titusville.
And like I did roofing for one summer, but I only carried the shingles up and down. I carried the shingles up and down. I wish I did it now as opposed to then, because they were really heavy back then. Now I could probably do it.
They're still pretty heavy.
Not at this age, though. But if I was as young as I was back then.
Right.
So, John, go the Roof Maxx. Look it up on the one that says it's the coating, the better of coating or sealant. You got that clip? You got that pamphlet you can put up there for us?
Yep, it's up.
Oh, so now, one, go ahead. You're good at this, Rick. This is what they're looking
It's
at.
basically saying why Roof Maxx is better than coatings or sealants. And on our side, Roof Maxx, it's made for asphalt shingles. Like I mentioned that prior. When it comes to roof shampoo, we can do tile and slate and that nature. But Roof Maxx treatment, the soy-based oils are penetrating the shingles, so it has to be asphalt shingles. Second, it's plant-based and it's biodegradable. It extends the roof life 5 years per treatment for a total of maximum of 3 treatments or 15 years. So if you can save 25-30% the first 5 years, another 25-30% the second 5 years, you're still covering, protecting your roof, your home for 15 years less than replacing the roof. Okay?
And it gives you time to save up for when you do have to replace it.
Exactly. And then, of course, it won't harm your roof because, again,
It's rejuvenating.
right. So
Restoring it back to normal. Now, what the difference of the acrylic and the polyurethane coatings? It's not recommended for asphalt shingles, not recyclable or biodegradable. It sheds VOCs and microplastics, and it may cause damage to your regular roof, your regular shingle.
right.
I'm going to hop a little bit. John, go ahead and come back to us now.
Oh, he's doing us. Well,
No,
we're back. Yep.
Yeah, we're back now. I know how the system is.
No, it's not too cold. I don't even
Rick
know what
was
the hell
talking like
I'm
you were looking at him, but yeah, we were on there because he's going to bring that up. But so another product that we're doing is roof shampoo, and we're going to bring that up a little bit. The roof shampoo treatment, no bleaches, no chlorine. And
Which damages your asphalt shingles.
Drives them out,
and
right?
what it's doing is we got to get knowledge out there. We have to get people educated,
Yeah.
And so what it does is you call a pressure guy to come in and pressure wash your roof. He's taking off your 30% that we need.
High
okay?
pressure washing on
Right.
an asphalt shingle roof is a no-no.
And two, he's drying out your shingles.
Yes.
So the roof shampoo, okay, another biodegradable, okay, for everything, and it cleans the roof. And we spent a good amount of money on a special system just for roof shampoo that you can put your hand on it, okay? It looks like the disc that the guys use on your driveway, which is high power,
Yeah.
but this one, no. It just softly takes off the soap, because that's what it is. It's a soap, and it cleans the roof. And I brought Rick to a house that we did because he couldn't make it one day. He was at the hospital. So he came.
I had seen the roof before it was shampooed, and it was black. So I thought it was a dark gray roof with mold and algae and all the dirt and grime from the trees over the past, how many years?
Yeah, I think it's 15 years old.
It was Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was. But we pulled up, and I was like, "This is a brand new roof. There's no way that's a brand."
Rick thought I was
new-
showing him a different house.
Do we have photos? Because it's a tan roof. So the homeowner was
No,
like,
we'll go into that next week.
Yeah.
We were going to do it quick, but
I was
I
convinced,
wanted you.
brand new, and I was like, wow.
It looks brand new.
And to go back to what John was saying, when he was talking about the equipment we use, everything's calibrated specifically for asphalt roofing. So it's made so that it's definitely not going to take off any more of the granules. It's just there to clean it and bring it back to life. Because, not being around roofing like Dave's been, I see these houses, I see the streaks on there. I don't think anything of it. I think they should probably clean them. But I didn't really realize, and we could probably go into this.
We're
on the
gonna
next
go
show.
into our
But
next
this shows
show.
a lot of
more
damage
details.
actually to the house and the roof, and there's issues with that. But we won't go into that. But it's amazing that you don't think about it. You just think, they need to clean it. But there's really something behind it.
And on our next show, we're going to show you the inside of the van, like our for
The
Roof Maxx. We're going to show you the equipment for the roof shampoo. And then I'll show you equipment that if you want us to tear your roof to pieces.
Yeah, we got that too.
We got that too, but that is not what you use on the roof.
Yeah, we
know
can
what I
both
mean?
bring it.
So that's about it. I mean, what else do you guys have for today? Today's show was just letting you know about what Roof Maxx is. It's a restoration, biodegradable, soy base. You put it on your roof, it extends the life.
Right.
Go ahead.
You look at the weather. It's been cold the past couple of weeks, but today feels different. And why does it feel like it's going right through?
It's moisture.
Bingo. Imagine your shingles. I've been fine the past couple of weeks in this 30-degree weather, 25
It was
degrees.
dry to go like
It's cold, but let me tell you, out here, and it's probably 45, 50 degrees, and it's bone chilling. It's because the humidity, the rain this morning, the mist. So if we're feeling it, shingles for the past 7, 10, 15 years, it's a no-brainer.
And let me ask you guys this, because I don't even know. Here in Florida, we have this crazy weather, like 2 or 3 days freezing cold. Then all of a sudden it gets warm again. Then it's cold for a day or two, and then it gets like that, expanding.
Absolutely.
That's probably even worse, right?
Try putting on a ring and taking off a ring right now in the winter. Goes on and off real easy. Summer, when it's 95 degrees, do it again. That ring is snug. Same thing with
Wait,
the
we're
tires.
allowed to take our rings off?
Well, I'm saying this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just checking.
But look, same thing with your tires with PSI. Tires expand, they contract because of the weather. Same thing with your shingles. Look, we're educating you. I can make more money replacing roofs because obviously it's a higher profit margin. But we came into this why? Because we want to save you money. And look, I'm not a save the environment green guy, but yeah, let's save you.
Save it.
Think
Why
of the
not?
wastelands when 80% of the roofs that are in the waste do not
Not
need
need
to
to
be
be there
replaced.
at the landfill. They don't need to be there.
It's crazy.
Without a doubt.
I didn't realize that it was that bad until I got involved with Roof Maxx, because they said it needs to be replaced. I just thought, okay, it needs to be replaced. I didn't realize there's more optimal ways to do it. And that's what got John into it, and that's what brought us into it, because just like just like Mike said on earlier in that video, he felt bad that they were redoing roofs when he knew they didn't need to be totally redone. So it's just smart.
Right. And before we go into this, I just want to share something real quick. Now I'm losing my train of thought, so let's go into the foundation shop.
Well, no, that's why I brought it up about the foundation. So, yeah, we'll talk about that next year.
Yeah, because like we told you in the beginning,
There's a lot to talk
yeah, there's a
Dave
lot to
Thomas
go.
Foundation,
Yeah,
which is the
the Dave
founder of
Fo-
Wendy's.
And he has foundation, and Roof Maxx is heavily involved in that foundation. So, but we'll show that. We could get the clip up tonight.
No, let's end talking.
But it's okay. We got enough today.
Yeah,
My
But
train
go
of thought
ahead.
back real
Train
quick.
of thought came back.
I had mentioned last night on my Facebook page, and we're not live on the Facebook page, but we're going to do a contest. We're going to give away a free roof shampoo and a free Roof Maxx treatment for spring March giveaway. So we're going to post this on the page, but we're going to announce it officially live 2 weeks from now. But if you want to send us photos of your roof, I want to see the dirty roof. I want to see your shingles if they're kind of buckling or curling or if you see any waves. Send it to us or put it in the comments or direct message me. It'll give you an idea of what you're looking at. It'll enter you into the contest. But in 2 weeks from now, we're going to go into details. We're going to need you to like the post and things of that nature.
What we want them to share,
Of course.
like,
Right,
put up, and then this way we can. We want to spread the word.
right.
And the only way we're going to spread the word is everybody start telling their friends about it, sharing the show.
Right. So we're not going to officially announce the details until 2 weeks now because we had the technical difficulties and a lot
Yep.
of
And then we'll announce it, and then 2 weeks from then we'll pick a winner.
correct.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna end this show, right? You ready?
Look, it's been a while.
Yeah.
but-
So you want to do it?
well, I remember. So it's join the ride.
no.
Wrong show, buddy.
Wait a second.
That's
Join
all-
the ride and join the.
No.
Oh,
Well, we do adventure and join the ride, but that's a wrong.
That's
That's
fucking
selling
up.
people.
Okay, that was outside.
We haven't shown yet.
So we need a closing slogan for Roof Maxx of Titusville. So
There you go.
look, he's the owner, but you know what? This guy, when it comes to this kind of stuff, he always agrees to it. So we're going to give away $100. Send us.
When we say we're going to give away, Rich and I, he's going to give away $100.
no problem. Okay, but here's
Just sports.
Let's
Okay.
go
Let's
back.
go to this.
So we need a closing. So let's tell them the closing again for Cycle Fever.
So
TV.
Cycle Fever TV, it was a whole motorcycle thing that we go around. We do events when they're raising money for
Charities and everything.
charities,
they
and
do.
we had a great time. And it was join the adventure and enjoy the ride. And
Which, if you want to hear that, next Thursday, tune in to Cycle Fever TV because that's when we do it on the second Thursday.
Yep, and then we'll be at Ace Cafe in
Sanford, Florida.
Not
Yep.
many of you guys can have fun.
But we'll be there doing that show. But anyway, we need an ending for
Right.
this show that we all would like to say, and maybe send in your recommendations.
that's tied into the Roof Maxx restoration and rejuvenation. So send us your recommendations. We pick yours. $100.
Don't tell us to jump off a roof or nothing like that. That ain't
Yeah.
no way. But go ahead, come up with something good, and we'll say it. So for today, it's just going to be goodbye.
Goodbye, right? That's it.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. See ya in 2 weeks.